going on, everybody? Welcome back, if so, to another market update video here at Benefit Central. I'm Benjamin, and today Bitcoin in the S&P charts. Before I get right into the market, please leave a like, drop a comment, and if you could subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. Everybody, the markets have been doing phenomenally well and correcting very well. If we go and take a look here at the Ethereum charts, we'll keep it on the day for right now, and I'll get rid of, if you guys haven't already noticed from the live, I did enter a buy limit that's right by this our red indicator on the daily for Ethereum. I'm anticipating as soon as we hit this, we can get some quick profits like we usually have and kind of bounce above it. However, I will be monitoring the 15-minute as well as the minute as soon as we tap this, just because tapping this or breaking wherever we're at right now could influence a downfall, and that could push us straight through the indicator without even a bounce on it. So I do just want to make sure that that is out of the air, and I can just get in, get out for some profits, or possibly hold this and tap it and just continue like it has over here. But do remember that we have broken through this red indicator as well, a few times. But as of right now, on our uptrend, we've only broke it once, and we've never broke it after our bullish cross. So that is something to look into. However, jumping into the weekly, you can see that we are having a bear 180 that finally did come down and finish that. However, we can finish this with a wick and push that back up. However, I don't think that's really gonna be how this ends. We could just see it consolidate, just for a little bit longer. Possibly this could come down and we can get one more to come back and touch our indicators and push us up. But honestly, that would be a lot of red that we've honestly stopped seeing, and closing red would honestly put us a bit more oversold. So I don't necessarily see that happening more in the weekly. The weekly is just basically getting above the 30 right now, right above oversold. So we are currently around 40 right now, so we're trying to get above there. However, this was necessary, as we've said many times. If we go into the 4 hour, that when breaking above a triple bottom, usually that the size of the difference of the pump is usually ideal to what it fell. And if you take that and put that here, that is almost around where we hit. It was a lower high, so that is interesting. But if you were to look, we should have at least gone to our 20,000 for Ethereum. But anyways, we still pumped basically the size of it. So that could mean that we have another stair step in play here, just to get us to 2,000 for Ethereum. However, right now we are approaching oversold for the 4 hour, so it is a bit interesting right here. We could get a good RBI formation right here, forming a little bottom around its indicator, around its daily indicator, because you got to remember that buy limit line is right around where this is. So it might not even touch this line. It has respected it a few times, so it might not even touch this line, and it actually could end up just bouncing off right now. So I have to be careful about that, as well as everyone else. However, jumping into the monthly, you can see that we are starting red, which I really like, just because I've noticed that usually whichever way we start, most of the time it's not where we finish. So it's just where the candle is opening and needs a wick to open and complete its full range of motion. But other than that, everybody, we're going to be jumping into the S&P 500 right here, and we are doing similar movements. However, if we do come back down, I only see us going to 4,000, testing it as support and pushing back up. We did successfully break out of this downtrend, so I do believe that honestly the S&P 500 is recovering. We just need to let this week, kind of have its, or month realistically, we are on the monthly right now. Let this month have its time, have a few weeks, come down, test the 4,000, which I could see us do that either this week or next week. Come back down, test that, and then push us back up and with this bull 180 here to at least complete it. We could have a bit of struggle here at the indicator if we don't attempt to break that. However, jumping in on the weekly for you guys, you can see that we did close above. However, this is very successful just because we've been out of that bear market. However, me personally, I say no, just because of this high. So a lot of people have been drawing this high and then going straight through and saying that we've been out of this. But I don't really like to avoid data, and this is data you're just avoiding, saying it was just a false break. I don't think it was a false break. I think that that's how this should go. I think that's we didn't get as high as we were supposed to. We for some reason created another pump. I think maybe possibly the Fed tried to do something, and we tried to do it again. Now we're confirmed in our bear trend. Right now we're attempting to break out of it. So as long as we can break out of this and it's not a complete false break, then I do see us continuing out, and we should end up hitting our indicators at least. Which right now, just because each daily brings it closer, we're at 4,300. Although I am anticipating a bit of a pullback just for right now. We are only halfway between overbought and oversold, so I mean we could pump today as well. However, I realistically just don't see that for the rest of the markets, just because crypto and the rest are oversold on most, and some overbought on the dailies. So looking in for not Ethereum, the S&P 500. I wanted to show you guys something, at least on the daily right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about, is we're facing rejection as of right now. However, it looks like we're getting this kind of bottom here, double bottom, and that's great because we have a bullish cross that is coming in around 4,000. Like I said, if we were to come back and reject all the way down within the dailies, which we do definitely need because we, like I said, we are overbought. So I could see us come all the way back down. Rejection, like once again, off of our bearish downtrend. For the S&P 500, so we do necessarily need to see how we close. However, I do anticipate that we'll break out of this once again bullish. But for now, we're just having a small retracement. If you really wanted to have a moderate to risk trade, you could have shorted that several times. However, I'll even go through the trade that I ended up taking a bit of a loss on just because I hopped in a bit early. So I believe I can check this in the hourly. Yeah, we're trying to form a bottom here at that red indicator. Let's see if we can get it. You can see how very close that is to my line. But this could just be a bit of consolidation and see us drop. So you just have to be careful about that. It's realistically, however, and wherever we close, 30 minutes about to close here soon. However, I will show you guys the trade on where I messed up, and it's very good to go over your trades and write them down and doc them, just because you can take ownership on what you're doing wrong. However, I do remember that I did long right here for Ethereum, once again around the 1700 level. I bought this, we came back into profit. I believe I went most 30-50 bucks in a profit, and I didn't take it. I said no, I want more, and that was the greediest thing to do. The reason I did that was just because I was on fire that day. I was, creating a couple plays for everybody, so I tried to keep that ball rolling for me. However, you can see that what really shook me out is that we didn't touch our 1655, so I thought we were remaining bullish as we didn't touch this low. So I said, okay, we have a lower high, or a higher low, excuse me. They tend to mess me up. So I kept the trade in, and we got rejected again, came back with an RBI that I believed that was going to succeed past our indicators. However, I should have known better that our indicators and everything needed to break and to come down. So we ended up, pushing back down, and I ended up closing the trade, I believe, around here or here. As close, yeah, it was around 1680, around as close as I could to my entry. And then we ended up falling drastically after I closed it. So that was interesting. I do believe that we'll get a bit of rejection right here off of our 200 EMA, just because we do need the daily to continue. However, if we wanted to, we could pump to 1655 if we wanted. I do think that 1600 will act as a ceiling for right now, just because we are under our indicators. However, jumping into XRP, just to show you guys that real quick, we are doing pretty well. Finally, after our pump, it really wasn't the best pump. This is a bullish pattern as well. We could be getting ready to pump up out of this. We are just above oversold, and we're not as overbought as we are on the other cryptos. I do see us coming back down already very early, below our neckline that we broke already previously. Jumping down to test the indicators really quick. I won't be longing XRP just because of how iffy it showed us it is in the previous trades. It took one of the last to actually break out, so we could see more down momentum. We could actually see this go down and test our indicator and then come back up if it wanted. So I will not be really longing XRP just yet. You could actually, I wouldn't even short it, just because we have our indicators and our bullish momentum that we just broke out of the triple bottom. It's just too much floating in the air for right now for me to short XRP. I just need a little bit more confirmation. I will probably long this going back into 37 cents. But for Bitcoin right now, we're in similar spots as well. Like I said, our monthlies kicking in, possible bear 180 for the leg if we were to successfully get below that blue indicator. Right here for our weekly, we are finally above our 200 EMA for the weekly after breaking below it for the very first time in ever, for I think it was since it was born. So if we can get another close above this for the weekly, I do believe that'll be great for us. However, we are testing it as of right now around the 22,800, around the 23,000 level. If we do for some reason wick below it, I will see us around 22,000 Bitcoin to around 21,500 Bitcoin before we can anticipate a break back up. However, I would like to not even see us wick down that low, just because it is our 200 EMA, and I'd like to see us stay above it. However, our next TPs are 24,000 and 24,500. It closes above 24,500. Will lead us more bullish into 27,000 for Bitcoin range. However, right now we are oversold, so on the weekly, so we are picking up some momentum pretty fast here. The daily is really the only thing that is overbought, and it's not even overbought that much. So I am really anticipating a good pump here pretty soon, either for the next daily. We could see a little wick down, probably a retest if it gets that violent, and then our acorn and bear or bullish 180 pushing us past 24,000 or retesting or passing 24,500. So we do just gotta double confirm everything, make sure everything is going right the way that we want it to, because the markets honestly right now have never been this good, and since what has been going on, it has been very bad, and we've all have witnessed the bear market, at least the people that want to admit it. I honestly would say that this is our first bear market for our current generation. We realistically haven't gone through any kind of struggle in the market. This would be our first kind of downfall, seeing anything with jobs, impact income, impact stocks, impact everything in our life, from inflation to everything else, from prices of everything. So this is our first time for our generation going through this. I do anticipate that each time we go through a recession and inflation, I do expect that the government likes to handle it a bit better each time, and that it doesn't get as worse each time. I think that would be the best thing to do, or goal at least, if you were on top. So I don't anticipate that we will realistically continue this bear market. I do believe that here soon we will be out of it, at least for the politics side. We do have a 2024 popping up. Trump wants to get in. Biden says he's helping the market, says he's trying to flip it. There's a ton of stuff that I'm going to have another video out for everybody, just to update them on what's going on necessarily. But other than that, everybody, that was just another quick market update video for you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.